How much light does a terrarium need? As long as my terrariums get a minimum of 12 hours of light in a day, I'm happy. I don't set timers for this, but you can if you like. I simply turn on the grow lights when I wake up and off when I go to sleep, roughly a 17-hour cycle, and I've had no issues with any plants on this setting. However, time periods and quantities of light do vary, as there are often many plants growing together in one terrarium, and these various species require differing light intensities. For example, forest floor dwelling jewel orchids and Selaginella need lower light levels but will discolour in brighter light conditions. But Dicranum scoparium, a terrestrial moss, needs high light levels to survive or it becomes etiolated, growing long and scraggly due to a lack of light, and eventually dies. Making educated choices about which plants we place together is important for their survival. Even though terrariums contain numerous kinds of plants and mosses, all with different growing needs, I find it helpful to view them as a single entity. In a confined space, it's not possible to give every plant the precise care they individually require, and naturally, some plants will perform better than others. Some are stronger than others, some weaker, and they will all compete for nutrients and light. While plants need light in order to photosynthesize, it's important not to leave the lights on for 24 hours a day, as they also need time in darkness to regenerate a key compound called phytochrome. This plays an important role in photoperiodism, which is the physiological response that plants make to varying lengths of day and night. This light-sensitive protein acts as a molecular switch that enables plants to sense and to measure day length and to then determine appropriate times for developmental processes like flowering. In photoperiodism, this ensures that plants flower at the most opportune times and maximizes their chances of reproductive success. Without phytochrome's role in sensing and responding to change in light conditions, plants would lack the necessary cues to align their life cycles with the changing seasons. By measuring the length of darkness, plants can decide when to bloom, when to enter dormancy, or when to go other important changes. During periods of darkness, plants rely on respiration to break down their stored carbohydrates and to release energy needed for growth and metabolic activities. Darkness is also crucial for regulating hormone levels in plants, allowing them to respond properly to the world around them. One important hormone called auxin is responsible for things like elongating cells, promoting growth, and guiding directional growth responses. Darkness gives plants a chance to rest and recover and to conserve energy by slowing down their metabolic activity. This energy conservation is important for their overall health and sustainability and allows them to repair any damage that may have happened during the day. Of course, different plants have different needs when it comes to darkness, as much as they do for light. Some plants, such as cacti and succulents, can handle longer periods of darkness without any issues, while plants classified as long day or short day have specific requirements for the length of darkness in order to trigger specific stages of growth. For example, spinach is considered a long day plant as it requires a longer duration of daylight in order to start flowering. When exposed to shorter periods of darkness and longer periods of light, spinach tends to produce more leaves. Chrysanthemums, on the other hand, are short day plants, and as such they require a shorter duration of daylight to start flowering. When the length of darkness exceeds a specific threshold, chrysanthemums initiate their flowering phase, so they often bloom in response to shorter days during autumn or winter.